So I took a picture of the empanadas. There it is, already fried. And the chicken breast when they came out of the stovetop. And there I am. I already shredded all the chicken. I also cut some onions, some green bell pepper, red bell pepper, and some garlic. I'm going to stir fry all of that in a pot, like so, stirring it occasionally. And I stir fried it using olive oil. There I'm adding some sour cream just to bond everything together. And I cover it up. Let it steam for like 2 minutes. I had previously made some of the tortilla shells, I guess, for the empanada. But when I came back from the grocery store, they got hard. So all my hard work, but it's okay. I found a better way, an easier way to do them. And I came up with this trick, I guess, with the cutting board. I wrapped it with saran wrap. That way I can press down on the on anything basically and mush the masa for the empanada, the dough, because I do not have a tortilla maker. So since the masa was a little bit hard, I added 2 tablespoons of oil and I basically blended everything together by hand. So just prepping the dough again, making it soft, reviving it. It was sitting outside. Um, I was getting ready to just stuff it up, but they got hard, and every time I try closing it, they'll break. So I basically had to put add some moisture onto the dough. I found this little glass bowl that I used to press on and get my shape, and I also use the saran roll as my rolling pin. And I think I pressed that one too hard, so I was like, you know what, let me do it again. When I do something, I like it to be well done, not sloppy, and I have a passion for cooking, and it's not like, oh, I like showing off my cooking, I guess. But it's not really showing off, it's like making it good, making it look good, making it look good, make it taste good, making it out of love. So I also do my flowers empanada like that, gives it a nice shape, a professional shape, a shape that lets people know, or at least you can fake that you were in the kitchen all day. So the saran wrap on the cutting board makes it easier to roll. That way it doesn't stick and break. It's easier like that. Like I said, I do not have a tortilla maker, so this is the closest thing. It's affordable. I didn't have to go out and buy a tortilla maker. I'm using something that I have at home. Um, and that was my first empanada, my corn empanada, I guess. And I made it like a regular empanada. The only thing is that I didn't use a fork to press down on it. Working with masa, with corn masa, it's very different from flour. So it doesn't stick, it doesn't bond like flour. This tends to break, so you have to be gentle with it, and you have to work with it as fresh as possible. Like it has to be fresh. The sooner you do the masa, the like do the empanadas, do whatever you're going to do with it, because it does get hard, it does get dry. So you have to cook whatever you're gonna cook fast with it. So that little technique that I'm using, pressing down with the bottom of the little bowl, and then just basically rolling the shape of it. That's awesome. And as I'm doing it, I am also stuffing it up. And even if you make mistakes, like it rips or whatever, just get some more masa and glue it, because it's so fresh. It's still fresh. So there I am folding it, and that's when I was like, you know what? Because it was starting to break, I was like, let me try something else. I was also frying, and for some reason my phone was not recording when I was frying, so everything gets got skipped over. So unfortunately, I don't have that part. While I was frying the empanadas, I have images, so I'll try to make another video of me frying some. And you don't have to go all out with the stuffing, because you don't want the dough to break. I'm using the dough, the bowl to press on it. And I think from that moment on, I was like, oh damn, I can use this bowl to seal the the empanada. I don't have to keep pressing down it with my fingers, and it also makes a nice shape. So throughout the whole video, I basically use that to my advantage, and it's actually faster for me to make the empanadas. And this might seems like it's time consuming, but for me, it's not. Being in the kitchen is such a stress reliever for me. It's amazing. It's peaceful. It's like I feel good when I cook, and when I make mistakes in the kitchen as well. You create stuff from those mistakes or whatever. And knowing that other people enjoy your cooking, it's satisfying. It's like, yeah, man, that was great. That was awesome. And it gets to the point that going out to restaurants sometimes seems, I don't want to say pointless, but it's like, man, I can cook better than that. It's like my seasoning, my flavor, it's way better than going out to a restaurant. Like sometimes I get mad when I order something different that I haven't tried, and it's like, wow, I mean, I feel like I wasted my money. I could go home, do groceries and cook and make it my way, my own way, make it my own. And that's just me. There's people that don't like being in the kitchen. I love being in the kitchen. So it might take 2 or 3 hours, but in my mind, it's like seconds. And that's because I enjoy it. So the time that I was making the empanadas, I was also frying on the side. That's why you see me moving from rolling the empanada to that side over there. I thought that I was recording at that angle and the video was on pause all that time. So I only got pictures of the empanadas. So I'll be uploading some pictures. Hopefully you like and you will subscribe. All right, next time.